Okay, so this is a gold dollar. Of course, I have one in my hand. I love the ring. There's the fact that it has the Liberty on the back. This on the outside, because that's what always looks best on the outside. So I mean, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that on the outside. We'll see how it goes. So I'm also gonna make the hole a hole smaller than I did on this one, and see if I get more ring out of it, more material. I mean, let's see if I can. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, like I said, I'm going to put a smaller hole in there. I'm going to use this die right here, this punch rather. It's about 9.5 millimeter. So, and I usually just use that on dimes. So, I mean, that's what I'm going to use it on this, just to see if I can get more of a ring. That's just like an experiment I'm doing. So I'm going to put this in here. There we go. I'm going to punch a hole in there. I'm going to be a little bit shaky on this. There we go. So pulling it down and popping it, it's going to be a little harder than, there you go. So there we go. Okay, so that's the, all right, now we're just going to hammer that out. There we go. Wow, that's like perfect. I didn't even drop it. That's pretty amazing. So the hole in it, as I said, the hole is so much smaller right here. So now I'm just going to do the deburring of it and get all the sharp edges off of here, because it certainly ain't going to be a good ring if it has sharp edges on here. Okay, good. So this is the part where I try to become more talented than I really am, because I'm going to have to do everything at one hand. There we go. Gone. Now, normally what I would do is I'd use this setup, but this coin does not fit in that setup, so I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be using that. Actually, I'm going to use the ball. And I'm going to put a metal plate down here. Alright, so we're going to pressure it down real gentle. I'm trying to get a little bit of a flex on there now. There we go. That's what we got. And I'm going to have to do another fold. I'm not sure if I want to do another annealing. You know what? I'm gonna anneal it again. Okay, so I'm gonna anneal it. Good enough. A light glow to it. Actually, it's a little more than a light glow. Dip it in here. Let's see here. Let's give it another try. See, 17-degree one. Actually, I really should tape that up. So anyways, I did tape it. I put some of that tape on it because I'm worried about the coin itself. I really don't want to hurt this coin. I'll push down a little further and then come back up with it, because I don't want to do that too much. Not too bad. Put that back in there. And I'm going to keep this die handy, keep it out. Okay, so it looks pretty good. I don't even think I have to do much to this end. And these gold coins, the gold dollar coins, they're not real gold and they're not silver, so they're real durable, and they seem to take a bunch of a beating, quite a beating actually. I'm going to nail it again, and we're going to put it on the ring stretcher. So let's do this. Okay, so I think I'm running out of gas because it's not as much of a sound like that. I was getting like a real loud hiss before. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put some plastic on this, and I'm actually going to start it with the read it side up first. And as you can see, it's really getting tough fast. So I'm going to have to nail this again. Yeah, I'm going to have to nail it again. I don't want to get to the point where it's just going to rip or snap or anything of the such. There we go. Okay, so we're back over here at the ring stretcher. I did nail it one more time. As you noticed, I'm really nervous about splitting this one for some reason. I don't know why. There you go. Now let's see. Now we should get something out of this. Just not going so hard on it. Because now it really seems like it's getting a lot of stretch. Turn it. Turn it. You can kind of see the way it's coming out. Let's try it without that. No, it's still going to be a lot harder. Yeah, so far it's pretty, these things are as tough as nails. Okay, so I saved you guys the trouble of watching me nail it again. Getting closer. We're getting there. We're getting closer. And it's starting to round out. Getting closer. I do have to do this and then good enough. All right, that's pretty close right there. It's still got a lot of bend right here. So we'll move on to the next thing, and that's going to be wrapping it. Okay, so I mean, I'm not sure if I'm using the right die for this. The one I have is the only one that fits. That seems like it fits pretty good. So what I did was, I did this to save you guys the headache of watching me set this up. Let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to just start pumping on this and see if I can't get it compress. And if you can see, you can't really see it, but underneath there is the coin compressed to the top of that. Now let's see if I can get it to... Okay, that's as far as it's going to go. There we go. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so it's starting to look like it's working. I don't have the right dies, honestly, to tell you the truth, and I'm sure you all can see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it through here and see what I can get. So, okay, now I'm going to press it down a little bit. There we go. Now let's see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off now. See what we got here. Give you guys an idea where I'm at with this. So as you can see, it did make a ring form. It didn't turn out too bad. I mean, that's not bad at all considering. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I put the top of my punch over here on top, and it's compressing. It's going to compress, as you can see it in there. I got it in this die, and we're going to try and compress it and get that tile up here. Get a little bit. There we go. That's all I'm going to give it. And now I'm going to do the other end. There we go. Just like that. Let's see what we got. There we go. So that's it right there. I need to learn more about the Swedish wrap, and I really do. And I'm not going to lie about that. I need to learn more about that. But let's see about this gold right here. We're going to, this gold coin is, needs to be compressed some more. There we go. Try that. We'll see what happens with that. That just fits in there perfectly. Like it was kind of like it was made for it. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to try and compress it a little more. Tap it a couple times, get it straight. Flip it over. And do the same. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. There we go. So that's that part. Now that ring is pretty much as best as I'm going to get that tire shape. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a steel wool, clean it up with that. So that's all done with the steel wool. No, let's polish it and see what happens with that. So anyways, I did what I said I was going to do. I did all the polishing, and this is actually the ring. It didn't come out bad, I don't think myself. I did get more of a band by taking a smaller chunk of the center when I punctured a hole. So yeah, this is 25 bucks for the next owner. So I think it came out good with the writing on the top too, by the way. That's pretty neat. I like how they do that. But all right, well, thanks for joining me on this.